Earliest memories probably, I don't really know to be exact, but probably just watching Liverpool.
Arsenal vs Manchester United. I think they won the penalty shootout, 2005.
1997. Chelsea, Chelsea Middlesbrough FA Cup. Roberto Di Matteo, bang, crossbar in.
Off to watch York City versus Stoke away. With my dad, family went corporate. We did take, I think we went 1-0 up, but unfortunately we lost 3-1.
Probably, in terms of watching as a kid, watching some of my idols in terms of strikers.
1994 final. I remember the song, the Man United song, "Come On You Reds." I remember having that on cassette tape and playing that over and over again in the build up to the match. And my dad says, once the football kicked off, I disappeared into the back garden and missed the whole game.
It was probably when I was at Concord Rangers, and we was a real small team in the Conference South. We didn't really get many fans, but like a really good family club, and we got to the first round and we got a replay against Mansfield, and we played at Mansfield, and they were League Two at the time, and that was probably my first earliest memory of playing in the FA Cup, and that was a massive occasion for myself and for a team like Concord Rangers.
It was Portsmouth v Blues. Obviously I'm a Birmingham fan, so yeah, Blues getting to the quarterfinals, which was outrageous at the time, but it was flying in the Prem, so it was decent.
I think it's a big opportunity for teams in lower leagues to play teams in obviously higher leagues, and yeah, it's just what football's about.
I think it's a big competition over here. It's one that you grow up watching going to Wembley, stuff like that, and we've supported Liverpool. Obviously we've won it a few times, so it's nice to see that, and then when you're playing it yourself, yeah, it's a nice thing.
It means a lot, to be honest. Say it's competitions you play anyone. Obviously the earlier rounds are always like nip and tuck because you always get a lower team that are going for it, but now it's a very good competition. It's class.
Just the chance to play some big teams, to be fair. Like last year we played Shrewsbury away. It was nice to go to a decent ground, so hopefully get a good run this year.
So you want to try and get as far as you can and try and play the big teams, but I'm lucky enough I've done that twice. Third round played Everton away, Goodison Park, lost 2-0, but again great experience, and Blackburn at home, we lost 2-1 with like 2 minutes ago, which was kind of gutting.
Third round in the FA Cup against Brighton at home.
Furthest round would be the quarterfinals for Lincoln. We was in the National League at that time. That was an unbelievable journey. We knocked out I think Oldham. I can't remember what they might have been in League One at the time. Then we Ipswich, Brighton, and then went to Turf Moor, beat Burnley. That was a special moment because at the time, I think always remember Burnley being in the Premier League, and they were probably a better version of what we were at the time, and we went there and stuck to our game plan, how we played, and yeah, we beat them 1-0.
Fifth round against Chelsea away.
We got to quarters or maybe quarters, I think, of Reading. Check that.
I physically played in will be the third round. We played Bolton away. Again, I was playing for Lincoln.
The third round, 10 years ago now, for Grimsby, we got to the third round and drew Huddersfield.
I think it was quarterfinals.
The fourth round, played Swansea at St Andrews when I was at Birmingham again, and we won 1-0 up and we lost 2-1.
Yeah, it'll have to be the Etihad. The good thing about it was full that day as well, so it was a lot of fans and it was a good experience.
Old Trafford.
Probably got to be the Emirates in the quarterfinals. That was amazing. 60,000 fans. Yeah, it was just unbelievable day, to be honest.
At Goodison Park, the atmosphere was unbelievable. I think just Everton against a non-league team would be probably nothing.
St Andrews, Birmingham, but then one year we had Blythe Spartans away in the third round, so that was an experience.
McAllister from Brighton.
Played against Chelsea, so there was Cesc Fabregas, Drinkwater, Willian, like all unbelievable players. So it's hard to say.
I think the biggest name on that day would probably have been Alexis Sanchez, but on the day the person I was probably most impressed with was Granit Xhaka. Playing against him, he was unbelievable the way he passed the ball. And
I'll probably say, I'll probably have to go either Michu or Wilfred Boney.
Two, Seamus Coleman and Ben Marshall, who played for Blackburn. He was very, very quick.
Man United, when Mata played, he was technically a joke.
Aguero, David Silva, Gundogan, but I think personally I'd probably say David Silva.
Play with, tough one again. Trained with quite a lot of good players, so a good one was Tom Huddleston. He was class, to be fair. Both feet, could do whatever he wanted, so yeah, he was up there with one of the best. One of my good friends actually called Callum Styles, we were together at Bury. He's doing quite well now, playing for Hungary, so.
Grady Diangana.
Brady Wright Phillips.
Kind of two, George Baldock, we had him on loan from MK Dons. He's gone to higher things, obviously Sheffield United. And Ben Davis, we had him as centre half at Newport, and now he's gone to one of the best clubs in Scotland, Rangers.
Curtis Davis, centre half, who's at Cheltenham now. He was back in his pomp. He was brilliant.
probably have to say Sean Raggett, because he got the winning goal at Turf Moor. He scored a header, back stick, and he's gone on to have a great career himself as well. So he'd definitely be the player I'd say in the cut run who deserves that the position of me saying he's the best player.